Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking some supposedly classical China era's concepts. And in September, we focus on Taoism concepts. So today's character is Sui. You can see simplified, traditional, and 2000 years ago's script have two versions. Well, strictly it's three versions, but each step of the way, we can see concepts gets more and more abstract. I was brought up in the simplified Chinese, and this is my time to do time travel to get back to see originally how Chinese visually express and conceptualize these abstract concepts. We have detailed ones like how we express sun, moon, things we can visually see. Everybody, it's kind of universal. We also have such human-created concepts. If you ask an animal, if they speak, they probably don't care about age. But age is a human obsession or construction. So each language, probably, most of the languages, would be likely to have age, this concept. So traditional 2000 years ago script language would have this complicated thing versus, okay, simplified is so the kind of cleaned version, but it doesn't tell you the full story, right? The full story is here, but it looks so complicated. Okay, that's my role here. Try to unpack it for you so it's digestible for all of us. I'm explaining it to myself first. Okay, so this sui concept back then was made of two major Chinese concepts. This is bu, stepping, and visually it's putting right foot in front of the left foot. Okay. The foot abstraction in Chinese has this big toe, pinky toe, and the rest of the toes, almost like a cactus looking thing. But you know where it's oriented because the big toe and the sole of the foot are connected into one piece. Therefore, I can tell this is the right foot. And for most of the cases, when the foot imagery was incorporated into another concept, right foot is used. Just like a hand, if there's only one hand needed, we have normally just right hand in there. But when we have rare occasions, both hands in or both foot in, this is such occasion when you have both left and right foot represented, meaning this is talking about a single person's behavior. This is your left foot and right foot. Chinese is a first person perspective. And for that, we look at this 2D frame, this Chinese box. The bottom of the frame is closer to you. And that means this left foot is the first step you have within this screen. And then the right foot is further away. So you literally placing one foot in front of the other. And that's how Chinese conceptualize step concept. Very reasonable and logical and visual, right? Totally explainable. And that is made of here, this part and this part. You can see this is a little bit chaotic because it kind of separate this concept spread out to left step and right step in between, kind of straddle it in between this xu concept. So what's a xu? Xu is not a common use Chinese at all, but it was made, it made into the ancient philosophy a lot in Taoism, how Taoism conceptualize how the world operates. Xu, there are two cases it was used. One is it means roughly September in today's calendar. September is the season when it's supposed to be hottest, and then going downhill then. So it's the peak season, peak in terms of temperature. And or in Taoism, it will be energy, where things are growing, blooming, and ripening come to their full self, right? So that's September. And that you can regard it as the prime. A second use of this 虚 is in our 天干地支, when Taoism conceptualized the sequence of things as from heaven, it's cut into 10 segments. And then from earth, it's cut into 12. So we all know zodiac signs. We have 12 animals. And there were also 12 Chinese characters to pair with them. And this 戌 is the 11th zodiac sign, which is the one before the pig. I forget which is the one. 虚狗, okay, dog year. So when we say dog year, it's this 虚 year as well. So 虚 means the 11th out of the zodiac sign 12 sequence. So it's almost come to the very end. And so from September and the number 11th out of the 12, we can have a quantified sense, an energy level sense of the 虚. It's almost like a mathematically inflection point when it's peaking. That means the energy is going to change. And then the whatever sequence, the cycle you're going is going to get restarted. So this almost going to reset paired with the steady footstep. This footstep represents progression. Progression plus almost getting to the full cycle. And that's how Chinese construct age. And this construction visually pack the two concepts together is one rare case in Chinese construction. Normally Chinese, we have up and down, right? Top and bottom, you can see here represented. And left and right, we don't really have left and right on the screen, but outside and inside, which is like this character Zhou, is outside one character wrap another character. So a lot of them are top and down, but this is one overlay or straddle. So you kind of cut this one character into two pieces and insert it in there. That's a one rare thing. So once we unpack it, and we can understand how Chinese ancient times conceptualize this total human made up thing, which is age. By the examples here, 周岁, 虚岁, 年岁, three age-related expressions in Chinese. We can also take a peek into how Chinese, our sense of being in relation to the concept of age. We have circled age. 周 means come to a full circle, meaning completed the full year, and that counts as one. So it's the same counting as the calendar age in the West. So after you're born, after one full year, when you celebrate your first birthday, that's you completed your 1 year, and then you're clocked as year one, right? 1 year old. So that's 周岁, 虚岁. I translate it as a fuzzy age because it's not as strictly goes by the completed age. 虚岁 is more like Google translation, give it like a nominal age. Why is it nominal? Because it's not real age in the sense of you finish this and then you counted it. You finish X number of years and then you count it as age X. This is artificially inflated age, counting your womb time, embryo time. Can you imagine that? Well, it's because Chinese turn out, at least in ancient times, worship older people. And probably old almost like automatically add power to you. When you, as you age, your sequence in your siblings, older almost like automatically get you more credibility or trust or admiration. So anything good comes with age. So people like to inflate their age by 1 year. How to count? How to inflate? By counting your womb time. And that make make us come to 周岁 plus one equals 虚岁 concept. So when we say 虚岁 blah blah, you kind of just artificially inflate your age by one. But that's an interesting psychology of Chinese, at least back then. Even if in the West nowadays it's like anti-aging, we don't want to add numbers. But in Chinese back then, it's like you want to inflate those numbers. Okay, 年岁 is association of the age concept with the year concept, so that we know it's the calendar age or calendar year. It's the same as you come to a full cycle of the full year. So here we go. Have to show somebody who weathered through age. And here is also a comparison between back then, original concept of Chinese age, how we relate to age. We kind of embraced it and we want to, sound older than we really are. There you go. Sweet. Thank you for your time. See you another day.